I don't think that he's lying about this. First of all, this wasn't the building that the vote was occurring in the first place. Why he would be trying to stall a vote that all of the Democrats were voting for was going to pass overwhelmingly doesn't really add up. The Capitol Police has released a statement which seems to affirm that he tried to open the door first. And I do think the sign on the door, which says, like, push the door and then the alarm will sound for 30 seconds or whatever it is a bit confusing.
Oh, it's confusing.
But obviously he should know better. He was also a principal before he became a congressman. He knows about fire safety.
That's confusing.
Push until alarm sounds for 3 seconds. Doors will unlock in 30 seconds.
Emergency.
If it's an emergency. So
Emergency
don't touch
exit
it.
only.
And the BS just never ends with these people. Completely phony. Before I dive into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you could please share so we can get it out there. Now, here we go. Here we go with this lefty, this Democrat that's on the panel, which is a good thing because, you know, it's the five. You want differences of opinion. You don't want to just all one side. It's good to have somebody else so you have dialogue. You go back and forth. How does she start it out? We're giving Jamaal Bowman the benefit of the doubt. Really? Is it his first day? Really? And this guy is supposedly a previous middle school principal or whatever. I wonder how many fire drills he's went through. Or kids that pulled fire alarms and all that, and he had to reprimand them and have parent-teacher conferences. I wonder how many times that's happened in his professional career. So she already starts off, this leftist right here, already liberal, starts off just automatically, yo, y'all gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. So what, he can't read? Is that what we're saying now? Is that what we're going? And did you see when it goes to the sign, when they're like, really? So he misread. He didn't understand this sign. And you see she completely skips down the very first where it says emergency exit only. You see she completely avoids that and goes down to the next line to try to justify her opinion, her take on it.
That's confusing.
Push until alarm sounds for 3 seconds. Doors will unlock in 30 seconds.
Emergency.
If it's an emergency. So
Emergency
don't touch it
exit only.
unless
These people show you exactly who they are. Right there in her mind was like, okay, hold on, let me see. This doesn't make sense. Let me go to the next line. They completely dismiss facts. They dismiss reality, all because it's on their side. Let this be Lauren Boebert or Matt Gaetz or any of these people they cannot stand, right? Let it be Byron Donalds, right? Let it be any of these people or Ted Cruz. They would be all over him. He needs to get hit with the stiffest penalty known to man. What if people got trampled running out thinking it was another reminiscence of January 6th? You know, they would be doing all of that. Throw the book at him, just like what they're doing with Trump right now. It would be the same thing, but in her mind, you saw it that quick, and that shows you what these people are all about. They'll ignore the facts and instantly try to go somewhere else to make their opinion valid, even though they know they're wrong. And then they caught up with Jamaal Bowman, and he seems a little shook. Look what he had to say.
Do you still stand by your statement that pulling the fire alarm was an accident?
You know, I don't know why this has gotten so much attention. I was literally just in a rush to go vote, man. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm. Are you afraid of any repercussions, either from leadership or from legally from Capitol Police?
I mean, listen, I take responsibility for what I did, you know, but like I said, I was in a rush to go vote.
I don't get why this is such a big deal. That's what you guys do, make everything a big deal. Locking up all these people that were just walking through the Capitol, locking these people up for 10, 15, 20 years. You guys started the big deal. This is what you guys did. I was just in a rush to go vote, so I pulled a fire alarm. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene did like a little seminar where she's standing and shows the door, and they had taken the signs down and shows the door and shows that there's no way. There's not like there's like one of those little handicap buttons that you hit and it automatically opens the door. You have to physically put your hand in there and pull the lever down. What door in America anywhere functions like that? And he knows what they're so phony, they're so used to lying that why don't you just come up and say, yeah, I did it. I wanted to stall the vote. I wanted to make sure I went and made my voice heard on the floor. Why don't you own it? And just be real about it. Yeah, you know, I shouldn't have done it. It was stupid. It was juvenile. It's a lapse of judgment or whatever. They can't do that because they're so used to lying. And then you have the AOCs and all these left-wing people coming out to defend it.
They're filing a motion to expel a member who, in a moment of panic, was trying to escape a vestibule. Give me a break.
This is what they do. But like I said, if the shoe was on the other foot, it would have been, I told you, another January 6th Pearl Harbor right there in this building that leads up to the Capitol. Insurrection once again. Then his press team, right? The people that represent him, that's spokespersons for him, put out a statement comparing like, hey, why are you guys focused on this when you should be focused on the right-wing Nazis that are inside the Senate, in the House? Oh, so now this is what his office is doing, that he has to backtrack that statement and say, you know what, that was inappropriate, that should have never been issued by my team. You think that any statements from any of these politicians go out without like a blessing from the individual themselves? They probably sent him an email, a text, and everything. This is what we're going to put out on your behalf to try to spin this to get people to look over here. You cool with it? All right, cool. We're going to send it at noon. Whatever the case may be, he knows exactly what happened, but there's so much backlash from it that now he's trying to walk it back.
Not a joke.
So hold on, you're condemning the use of the word Nazi, right? It's so bad and all that. Weren't you comparing Marjorie Taylor Greene to a white supremacist, calling her a white supremacist on video?
White supremacist. Marjorie Taylor Greene. The January 6th protesters attacked the U.S. Capitol.
So if I'm a lawyer, hey, Your Honor, I have a history right here of him slandering people, calling them out their names. Anything that has to do with white supremacy, Nazism, any of this kind of stuff. So why are you now backtracking on what your office said? I would love for them to look into that. I bet you they'll find that he has a receipt from it or a deleted email or whatever of them asking for his blessing for this statement. But that's everybody's, all this stuff, white supremacist. That's what did it. The white supremacists is the ones that possessed his body to make him pull the alarm. So at the end of the day, from his own lips, from his own tweet, he said himself that no one's above the law. And you can tell in that video that he realizes that he broke the law, period. So the book needs to be thrown at him just the same that he wants the book to be thrown at everybody else. It's very, very simple. But make sure you guys save that little 5-second clip there, because that shows you the inside the mind. You know, they have the mind of a serial killer, or whatever the case. Inside the mind of a leftist, a Democrat, somebody who's just gone so far that they ignore reality. Her brain processed that fast that the first line already had him dead to rights. He was caught there. Let me go to the next line to try to blur it, to make it seem like, and this is what these people do. This is what they do. And she just got caught on TV. Thankfully, the other people on the panel called her out instantly. So you guys tell me, should he get let off, right? This prior middle school principal that obviously cannot read that it says fire. Somebody who's got caught in this lie, then gets caught in another lie. What should be done? Should he have the book thrown at him when he has no problem letting these people, grandmas, people that serve this country, know that, rot in jail with no due process at all for simply walking through the Capitol? What he did was try to stop an official proceeding. Isn't that the definition? The insurrection, trying to overthrow the government. He did more than the grandma did on January 6th. So let's throw the book. That's what I would say. You got to practice what you preach.
You ain't black.
So tell me your guys' thoughts below. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you could please share so we can get it out there. And I will catch you guys on the next one.